Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are back on some MX bikes, and the track that I have for you today is called Alferes RJ. I feel like I should be rolling my R in there for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I've not got a whole lot to go off of really description wise, because the only description on the track on the MX Bikes mods website is my first track, and it's made by someone by the name of Gabriel, and it is a track that I've actually played a couple of times myself when not recording at all. And on the surface, like if you look around here, there's not really much in the way of environment or many objects at all really. And on the surface it doesn't look like the track's got a whole lot going for it, but the one thing that I think has made me really enjoy this track has got to be the roughness and the ruts and just how they're laid out. I'm a bit of a slut for a rough track, everybody knows this, and there's just something about how this is done that's just really good. It's nice to get some chatter coming out of corners, and I think he's got the roughness just right. It's not to the point where the track becomes unrideable. Obviously, you know, I'm on a 450 at the moment, and they're so powerful in this game. If you just get too much rough, you basically can't exit out of corners because you're just sliding constantly. I think he's done a very good job here, and thinking about it, I'm on the YZ450 right now. Have I ever done a video on the YZ450? I know I've definitely done one on the 250 because I have a video where I was like trying to replicate my real life setup as much as possible, but I don't know if I've actually done a video on this bike before, which is quite a rare occasion for me nowadays, to be honest. I feel like I've done almost everything there is to do in this game, but we're gonna spin a couple laps on this track so I can get you an idea of what's going on. One thing I want to point it out next time it happens, I'll try and point it out for you, but I do generally need help with something. I'll see if I can find it for you. I'm not sure how well you can see it on the YouTube side of things, but if you look off in the distance, can you see where the corners aren't loading in until I get like right up close to it? You see the ruts are kind of jagged and they only really appear when I'm on top of it. I'll see if I can find it again in the next like 180 that comes up, but you can even see it just ahead of me now. Things are like slowly loading in as I get to it, and this is something that's just randomly started happening the other day, and I have no idea what is causing it. You see it's like happening here in front of me. If I quickly show you my settings in graphics, like everything is as high as it can be, so it's not like I'm running low settings and it's just messing up. I generally don't know what it is. I haven't got shaders installed right now. I've purely got max HUD and that's it, but I don't think max HUD would be the reason that things are loading slowly. And I was just wondering if anybody else has this at all, or if it's happened and there's a way of fixing it. But it's generally not happened to me until now. I know other people that have had it, and they said that after a while it just goes away. It's very strange. I'm not sure what causes it. I'm not sure if there is a fix or if I just have to put up with it for the time being. But you know, it does actually impact the riding as well, because a lot of the time I do tend to look quite far ahead to see where I'm meant to be going in corners, especially on the really difficult tracks and really technical tracks. And when the ruts aren't loading in properly until you get basically right on top of them, it can be a bit difficult to just put a smooth lap together really, because you don't know exactly where you want to put your tyres, because it feels like the ground's constantly shifting around you. But I would, yeah, if any of you do know, please do leave a comment down below. I would really appreciate that. Obviously, as I said, all of my graphics are as high as they can go, so it's definitely not like a low graphic setting thing where it intentionally doesn't load in until later. But let me quickly shut up and try and hit this damn finish line. This is the biggest finish line I think I've ever hit. Got to fully send it. Land it! Oh, there you go. And that's why I chose a 450 for this video and not a 250. I have no idea if it's possible to clear that jump with the normal run-up that you get on a 250. Again, if you can do that, please do let me know. I know some of you are a bit goated on the sticks compared to myself. One thing that I did want to say as well, that if this is Gabriel's first track, then as far as the actual track goes, it's really good. It's very impressive, much better than I'd be able to do for a first track, that's for sure. I think things to note maybe for the next one is make the outside look a little bit more pretty. You can see obviously he's tried dotting some trees around, but just maybe some variation in tree types and maybe some hills so you can't see the edges of the maps, for example. Just little things like that, you know, just to tidy it up. I know that some people then focus more on the environment than they do on the track itself, but track should come first and foremost, and I think for a first track he has done a very good job of this. No idea what sort of tools he used to put it together. I know everyone's got their own methods. I remember back when I was making the occasional MX Simulator track, I was using the in-game track editor there, because I am absolutely useless when it comes to Photoshop. You'll see majority of my thumbnails, they just follow like one formula, and I'll just change the text every now and then and slap another picture on there, because I am not the handiest when it comes to things like Photoshop, which I know some people use. to make their tracks. Some people use Blender, for example. I know there's a whole bunch of other external programs, and every now and then if someone is streaming track making, I quite often just hop in, and you won't say anything, but I'll hop in and just watch for a bit whilst I'm doing other things. If I'm, for example, editing a thumbnail or waiting for a video to render and things like that, just to kill the time, because I generally find it quite interesting, and it's something that I always have in the back of my mind that I would like to try one day, but it is purely finding the time for it. It's a lot of the reasons why some track creators end up leaving or don't release things months apart. It's just finding the time to do it, and especially on this game when there is, it's not the easiest of games to make tracks for. It seems like there is a lot of specifics that MX Bikes needs. I'm always seeing people asking in like Discords, like, what does this error message mean? What does this error message mean? And I'm just glad that we've got people in the community that do know what they're doing and are happy to help as well. That's the most important thing. There's a lot of people that kind of go as unsung heroes of the community as well, that I feel like probably deserve a bit more recognition than they get. And it's one of the reasons as well is you'll see a lot of the track creators put a little dono link on the link of their MX Bikes mods track, and I feel like it should be utilised a little bit more, just to give back a tiny bit. I've donated myself to a couple of track makers so far, just people that I've spent a lot of time on their tracks on, and I think it's the least you can do at the end of the day. When I see people in Discord, like the main MX Bikes Discord, people that don't have the game, saying, is this game worth it? It seems really expensive. And all they see on the surface is like the demo, for example. They don't see the hundreds of mods, like pages, and all of the different bike skins and gear and tracks that are constantly coming out. And it's definitely the best money I've ever spent on a game. I mean, sadly I have hit the 1,000-hour mark now, so I'm probably a bit weird when, I don't know if anybody else does this, if let's say I spend, so I don't know how much it was, £30 on MX Bikes for example, and I've played it for 1,000 hours, I literally just go, oh, so it's cost me this much to play this game per hour, and it makes it almost seem like not so bad. But yeah, I don't know, I really do enjoy this game. I love making videos on it, I love competing in it. The community, for the most part, it's alright. You're always going to get those few people that will be toxic in a community. That is the internet, that is life, people will always be that way. I for the most part don't get too tough of a time. Doing the whole YouTube thing and being a bit more known in the community definitely has its pros and it definitely has its cons, but kind of got to roll with the punches at the end of the day as well, and just try and enjoy what you're doing, and I think that is the most important thing. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. I'm not sure really if there is a whole lot more to say about this track. As I said, I enjoy the rough. I think the rough is very good. The actual track layout itself, whilst it seems pretty simple, the ruts and the bumps really just take it to a next level. I imagine if this track was completely flat and the ruts were even easier than they are, it would get very boring very quickly, but surprisingly enough, I've probably spent like a good hour or so on this track in total so far, which I feel like contradicts a lot of things that I usually say. Like, I usually go on about the environment and things like that and have a little moan now and then, but like this track is almost as standard as it comes as far as off track goes, but it's one that I've spent quite a lot of time on, so I really don't get it. I suppose that all goes back to, I said a few videos ago, I end up just liking what I like and there's no real reason behind it. I kind of compared it to my music playlist where that's all over the place. It's not like I listen to just one genre, for example. It's a bit here or there, so I really can't explain what it is about this track that I really enjoy, but I just find myself hopping on here every now and then, just on various different bikes, just to have a ride round and chill really, even if I'm just sat in Discord talking to people and we're not playing anything specific. Yeah, I'll just sit here playing the game, spinning some laps, and I think that might do it for me for this video. Nice, short and sweet one this. Haven't got a whole lot to say about the track other than it is really enjoyable and you should definitely give it a go if you haven't already. Shout out to Gabriel for kind of doing a pretty damn good job for your first track. I hope that you bring more out. I hope that you stick to the same sort of roughness as well. And the ruts are really well built. And then I suppose the only tip or suggestion I could make for the next one is maybe try and do a little bit more off the track, maybe get some more elevation changes in there as well. I'm not sure if this is a replica track. The actual picture when you load up the track is a real life picture, but it doesn't show any of the track at all. It's just a close-up of a couple of riders. Now, I don't know if that's just a stock picture that is used to show the track, or if it is actually a picture of people riding the track in real life. So if it is a replica, then obviously you can't do anything about the terrain and the layout at all. but for future releases, if you ever do go custom, yeah, add some height in there as well. It'll be really, really enjoyable. And that'll do it for me today. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I just want to say as well, thank you for the people that have been watching the MXGP videos I've been posting recently as well. I was a little bit nervous about starting to upload videos on that, because I know that this community is predominantly here for MX bikes, but I'm trying to do my best to kind of juggle both games at the same time at the moment. So at the moment I'm kind of I think I've double uploaded for the last couple of days now, but just to try and keep everybody happy. Obviously that's not a feasible option forever. If I could double upload every day, then I think I'd have to quit my day job to put the effort into it. But yeah, I appreciate the support. It's really, really nice knowing that I can kind of diversify a little bit if I need to. And in turn, that means I don't get burnt out on just one game. It keeps the creative juices flowing, and I'm just really, really enjoying my time at the moment. So thank you ever so much. Please do drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. I really, really appreciate it. And drop a sub as well. 15k by the new year, fingers crossed. I think we can do it. Just need your help. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it is that you're up to. Until I catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Got bad shit all up in my mind right now. Fuck it, give me a minute and I'ma let it all out. I don't give a shit about an opinion, be another dimension when I wake up. Bitch, it's time to fill the cup. Got no fucking love, I feel so stuck on my luck. Get fucked.